The Cenozoic era, the age of mammals, new life, and mass extinction. Ever heard of it? Then allow me to demonstrate. The Cenozoic era, which you may not hear of until now, is still occurring up to this day. It's primarily referred to as the age of mammals, and since most of life forms, such as plants and animal groups, still live to this day and continue to evolve and change over time, it's also called the new life. Mass extinction occurred during that time, most notably the dinosaurs' extinction. Due to the extinction, several opportunities for new life to thrive were vacant. With the raptors gone, mammals replaced their place. They've also evolved into certain species some of you might recognize today. We humans are one of those. Cenozoic derives from the Greek words kainos, new, and zoe, life. Proposed in 1840 by a British geologist named John Phillips, who originally spelled it Cenozoic. The Cenozoic is Earth's current geological era, representing the last 66 million years of Earth's history, when numerous species went extinct during the Cretaceous to Paleogene extinction event, which included the non-avian dinosaurs. Most scientists blame the Chicxulub impactor, a massive asteroid or other celestial body. And like every other era, the Cenozoic era also had its periods, namely the Paleogene, the Neogene, and the Quaternary period. Within these periods, certain events happened, although it wasn't recorded day by day. The critical parts are what matters. The Paleogene period. During this period, the continents drifted farther apart, heading towards their current positions. The oceans widened their gaps. India was colliding with Asia, eventually forming the Himalayas. The Atlantic Ocean continues to expand. Africa is colliding to the north towards Europe. Formation of the Mediterranean Sea. South America gets closer to North America. Australia had separated from Antarctica and drifted to Southeast Asia. The climate during this period can be described as cool and dry. Sea levels continue to drop from late Cretaceous levels, draining most interior seaways. The climatic trend was partly caused by the formation of the Antarctic Circumpolar Current, which significantly lowered the oceanic water temperatures. Dinosaurs, pterosaurs, and enormous marine reptiles were noticeably absent. Mammals ranging from rodent size to possibly larger arose unexpectedly free to fill the vacancy and rapidly diversified. The biggest development in the seas was the first appearance of whales in the mid to late Paleogene. The huge animals evolved from land mammals that took the waters. Fish filled the oceans, providing food to fuel sharks. Reptiles such as turtles, snakes, crocodiles, and lizards survived and basked in the tropical warmth along the coasts. Birds diversified and flourished in the skies. Mammals such as primates, horses, bats, pigs, cats, and dogs had all evolved by the end of the period. Throughout the Neogene period, the continents were crashing into one another in numerous locations. Mountains have ascended. By the Pliocene epoch, South America had shifted to the north and had united to North America to form the Isthmus of Panama. Most of the areas that woodlands had previously covered were converted to grasslands as the climate continued to cool. The Neogene retained the Paleogene period's cooling environment. By the end of the Pliocene epoch, the globe was eventually trapped in an ice age. Carcharodon megalodon is a new species of shark that evolved. It first appeared in the Miocene epoch, primarily around 16 million years ago. Animals migrated to new lands over land bridges. Due to the impacts of plate collisions, sea levels were lower and the ice caps at the north and south poles eventually emerged. The dugong, a marine mammal related to the elephant and modern manatees, live in large numbers in the Miocene kelp forests. Current versions of these animals still feed on the plants in the Great Barrier Reef off the Australian coast. The third and final of the Cenozoic era's three phases is known as the Quaternary period. Fun fact, you and I live in this period, which began only 2.58 million years ago. This is less than 0.1% of all geologic time. It depicts the era in which there were recognizable humans. There are also modern animals and significant climatic shifts. The continents were roughly where they are now at the beginning of the Quaternary, slowly moving here and there as plate tectonic forces pulled and pushed them, but the planet's orbital route around the sun changed during that time. When the temperatures dropped, ice sheets spread from the poles and covered much of North America and Europe, parts of Asia and South America, and all of Antarctica. According to scientists, the extinction at the end of the last ice age may or may not have been caused by rising temperatures. Saber-toothed cats, mammoths, mastodons, glyptodons, and other northern mammals became extinct globally. The most distinctive physical features were land bridges, which affected the migration of organisms during the Neogene. About 190,000 years ago, the earliest modern humans originated in Africa. They later spread to Europe and Asia, Australia, and the Americas. Along the way, the species had altered the composition of life in the seas, on land, and in the air. Now, scientists believe we're causing the planet to warm. The modern version of humans has evolved, traveled the world, and has an impact on almost every aspect of Earth's system and climate. The Quaternary period and the Cenozoic era are still in place today. While new species are found day after day, humans have maintained their dominance. While some species are going extinct and the environment is going to change once more in the early 21st century, no one is certain when the Cenozoic era will end. It will continue until the next great extinction or catastrophe.